How high-value men speak to women. Ever wondered why certain men effortlessly captivate a woman's attention? It's not about their looks, wealth, or social status. It's about how they communicate. High-value men possess a unique skill, the power of their words. Their words linger in a woman's mind, making her miss them even when they're absent. In this video, we'll break down the traits of a high-value man and reveal how high-value men speak to women. Essential insights every man over 50 should know. These tips will help you discover if you truly embody a high-value man. And if you do, you'll learn exactly what to say to make a woman miss you deeply. And if you want to dive deeper into the dark psychology of mastering relationships, not only making your current partner think about you day by day, but also getting women to actively come back to you, then the next hour will be well worth your time. If you're ready to reflect on yourself and start attracting genuine attention, keep watching. By the end, you'll have the tools to become the kind of man who confidently leads the relationship. First, are you a high-value man? Becoming a high-value man is about cultivating traits that set you apart, building strength of character, and embodying qualities that make you more attractive, confident, and resilient. Here are 5 essential traits that define a high-value man, especially for those over 50 who aim to elevate their lives and relationships. Trait 1. He's proactive. A high-value man doesn't sit back and wait for life to happen to him. He sees every day as an opportunity for growth, progress, and impact. He takes initiative in every area of life, whether it's his career, personal life, or hobbies. Rather than waiting for opportunities to come his way, he creates them. Proactivity is the cornerstone of a high-value mindset, as it allows him to remain in control and make purposeful strides toward his goals. High-value men make deliberate choices. Instead of spreading themselves thin, they invest their time and energy in pursuits that align with their personal mission. This intentionality reflects in their lifestyle, routines, and relationships. They steer clear of meaningless distractions and focus on what truly matters, a habit that not only benefits them, but also positively impacts those around them. Besides, he takes action. A high-value man understands that results require action. He doesn't let fear of failure or analysis paralysis slow him down. Rather than spending hours overthinking, he's comfortable making decisions and putting in the necessary work. This action-oriented mindset propels him forward, helping him achieve the success he envisions. Trait 2. He has a purpose. Living with purpose is essential to becoming a high-value man. This purpose acts as his compass, guiding his decisions, relationships, and daily activities. A man without purpose can drift aimlessly, but a man with purpose has a clear direction, a defined goal he works toward. Having purpose not only helps him live a fulfilling life, but also makes him attractive to others, as he becomes a person of ambition and intention. Visualizing the future helps high-value men maintain focus and stay motivated. They create mental pictures of the life they want to lead and work toward making it a reality. Visualization strengthens their resolve, reminding them of their long-term goals even when faced with daily challenges. Translating dreams into concrete goals is a powerful practice. By writing down his aspirations, a high-value man creates a roadmap for success. His goals give him something tangible to work toward, making his journey more structured and purposeful. He keeps himself accountable by regularly reviewing and updating his goals, ensuring that he's on track to reach his destination. Beyond just setting goals, he knows the importance of strategic planning. A high-value man develops step-by-step plans to reach his goals, taking responsibility for his life's direction. This planning extends beyond himself to include those he cares for, as he strives to provide a stable and secure future for his loved ones. Trait 3. He's self-responsible. A high-value man knows that he is responsible for his life and choices. He manages his time, finances, and relationships with care and attention. By taking ownership of his actions, he avoids blaming others for setbacks, focusing instead on how he can improve and move forward. Radical self-responsibility means he's accountable not only to himself, but to those who depend on him. Resources like time and money are precious to a high-value man. He invests them carefully, spending time with people who uplift him, pursuing activities that bring value, and making financial choices that align with his goals. He avoids wasting resources on trivialities, focusing instead on things that truly matter. He wisely invests only in other high-value people. Surrounding himself with like-minded, high-value individuals is essential. He understands the importance of building a supportive network of people who inspire him and share similar values. This doesn't mean he excludes others, but rather that he's mindful about who he lets into his inner circle. Trait 4. He's courageous. Courage is a defining trait of a high-value man. He faces his fears head-on, knowing that growth happens outside the comfort zone. This doesn't mean he's fearless, but rather that he doesn't let fear control him. Courage drives him to try new things, speak his mind, and confront difficult situations. He's willing to leave the comfort zone. Growth often requires stepping into unfamiliar territory, and a high-value man embraces this challenge. He understands that staying within his comfort zone limits his potential, so he continuously pushes himself to explore new experiences, skills, and perspectives. Life isn't always easy, but a high-value man faces challenges with determination. He doesn't shy away from difficult situations. Instead, he meets them with resolve. Whether it's a career setback, relationship issue, or personal struggle, he takes each battle as an opportunity to grow stronger. He doesn't shy away from failure. Failure is a natural part of success, and a high-value man knows this well. He views failures as valuable learning experiences and doesn't let them define him. Rather than dwelling on mistakes, he uses them as fuel to improve, refine his approach, and try again. Trait 5. He obeys a code of behavior. A high-value man lives by a set of principles that guide his actions and decisions. This code of conduct reflects his values and ensures he maintains integrity in everything he does. Whether it's being honest, respectful, or dependable, he holds himself to high standards and never compromises his principles. Striving for excellence is part of a high-value man's mindset. He aims to do his best in all areas of life, from work to personal relationships. This doesn't mean he seeks perfection, but rather that he constantly works to improve and elevate himself, inspiring others along the way. He holds the people around him to higher standards as well. A high-value man influences others by encouraging them to strive for their best. He surrounds himself with people who are also committed to self-improvement and growth, fostering an environment of mutual respect and encouragement. By embodying these 5 traits, a high-value man becomes a force of positive change in his own life and in the lives of those around him. For men over 50, these qualities serve as a roadmap to living with purpose, courage, responsibility, and high standards, ensuring that the best years are still ahead. What do you think? Quick check yourself and evaluate. Do you have the signs of a high-value man? If you rate yourself 4 or 5 points, comment "I am" below the comment. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal how to converse with a woman in a way that leaves her thinking about you long after you've said goodbye. Pay close attention, as this can transform how you connect with women. In the meantime, please give us a like and subscribe if you find this content useful. Thank you. How high-value men should speak to women. Number 1. The importance of first impressions. Research shows that first impressions are formed within just 7 seconds, so it's critical in establishing intrigue and longing. Many men miss this by focusing on impressing women instantly, whether through appearance, flashy stories, or overly charming behavior. High-value men understand that initial conversations aren't about winning her over. They're about creating a subtle, lasting impact. The real secret lies in the way they make a woman feel during this first interaction. High-value men are aware that women are more in tune with emotions than men. They're sensitive to subtle signals, body language, tone, and the energy you emit. So, how you present yourself, even before speaking, plays a significant role in whether she'll think of you later. Consider a typical scenario. Many men aiming to impress will talk about themselves at length, showcase their achievements, or even attempt to appear more interesting through exaggerated stories. But for a high-value man, the goal isn't to sell himself, but rather to create a sense of calm intrigue. Rather than trying to impress, he focuses on simply being, showing up authentically and confidently, with a calm energy that invites curiosity. One way high-value men achieve this is by paying close attention to body language, both their own and that of the woman they're speaking to. Women are naturally attuned to these subtle cues, often reading into a man's demeanor before he even speaks. For instance, a man who fidgets or avoids eye contact might come across as insecure, while a man who holds eye contact, smiles warmly, and moves with purpose exudes quiet confidence. Tone of voice also plays a significant role in establishing that emotional impact. When a man speaks calmly, deliberately, and with a soft yet firm tone, it communicates self-assurance and emotional stability. This type of interaction subtly signals to a woman that he's someone who values both himself and the moment they're sharing. He's not rushing to fill every silence or throwing words around just to impress. This calm confidence helps him stand out, making him memorable because it's refreshing in a world where many try too hard to be noticed. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence isn't something that can be easily faked. It's rooted in self-assurance and a strong sense of purpose. A high-value man enters any situation knowing he brings something valuable. His posture is upright, his movements measured, and his speech composed. He doesn't rush his words or feel compelled to fill silence with empty chatter. Each word is purposeful, demanding her attention. Speaking slowly with confidence shows her subconscious that he's in control. Confidence isn't about volume or aggression, it's about intention and presence. Women are naturally attracted to men who don't feel the need to prove themselves through every word. Skillful use of silence can be one of your greatest assets. High-value men are comfortable with pauses in conversation. Moments of silence give her a chance to process what's been said, reflect, and absorb. Silence creates a space that she'll want to fill, often encouraging her to continue the conversation. Emotional stability is attractive. Women are instinctively drawn to men who project stability. High-value men display emotional balance by controlling their responses. If she teases or playfully challenges him, he doesn't react defensively or emotionally. Instead, high-value men laugh it off or respond with playful banter. This shows her he's not easily unsettled, which is incredibly appealing. Emotional stability signals an ability to handle stress, an essential trait women subconsciously seek in a partner. Each conversation is a chance for a high-value man to demonstrate emotional maturity, which leaves a strong impression. By being non-reactive, he stands out from the crowd of men who are eager to please or who quickly react defensively. He's calm, self-assured, and above all, confident. Small gestures with big impact. High-value men don't need dramatic gestures to stand out. They know that subtle actions can be more powerful. Something as small as a confident handshake, a warm smile, or steady eye contact can make a profound impact. Women often read body language more deeply than men realize. High-value men convey warmth and control through these small, calculated gestures, maintaining eye contact, listening attentively, and keeping their hands steady. Number 2. The power of mystery. Mystery is an often overlooked aspect of modern dating, especially in a world of constant social media sharing. High-value men understand that revealing too much too soon kills excitement and intrigue. Women are naturally intrigued by what they can't fully understand, which is why a touch of mystery is so effective. The psychology is simple. The unknown captivates us. Our minds seek resolution when something is unclear, which drives curiosity. High-value men capitalize on this. From the start, they share enough to pique interest but withhold just enough to keep her curious. If she asks, "What do you do for work?" he might reply, "It's a bit complex, but I enjoy it." This brief response leaves her with questions, meaning she'll replay the conversation and try to figure him out. She'll want to know more, making her think of him even when he's not there. The art of deliberate ambiguity. The key to mystery is intentionality. High-value men don't dodge questions just to frustrate her. They use ambiguity to keep the conversation alive. It's about sharing enough while leaving some things unsaid. For instance, if she inquires about his hobbies, he might say, "I'm working on a project that's really exciting. I'll tell you about it sometime." This response builds curiosity, leaving her wanting to know more. Strategic use of silence. Another aspect of mystery is knowing when to stay silent. In many interactions, silence can be awkward, but high-value men are comfortable with it. They let the quiet moments build tension. Constantly filling in the gaps doesn't give her time to consider her feelings. High-value men allow pauses after saying something intriguing, creating suspense. Imagine asking a deep question and letting the silence linger. This forces her to think more deeply, creating a sense of intimacy. Playing the long game. Patience is key. Mystery is most effective when combined with patience. High-value men understand that gradual revelation is more powerful than immediate disclosure. By revealing bits of themselves over time, they keep her interested in the long term. This slow reveal builds tension and anticipation, making her miss him when he's absent. Number 3. Making an emotional impact. Words alone don't suffice. What makes high-value men different is their ability to create emotional experiences in every conversation. It's not just about what they say, but how they make her feel. High-value men understand that women respond to emotion. The feeling she gets from the interaction matters far more than the words themselves. High-value men avoid shallow small talk. They may engage briefly to set the tone, but quickly shift to deeper conversations. They ask questions that reveal what she values and what excites her, creating emotional highs and lows that keep her engaged. Asking deep questions. A great way to make an emotional impact is by asking questions that go beyond the surface. Instead of generic questions, they delve deeper, asking things like, "What's something you're passionate about that most people wouldn't know?" Or, "What's the most thrilling thing you've done lately?" These questions create a meaningful dialogue that encourages her to reflect on her own feelings. Using stories to evoke emotion. High-value men use storytelling to build emotional connections. These aren't just casual anecdotes, they're crafted to provoke specific emotions. To spark a sense of adventure, he might share a story about a spontaneous trip. To convey vulnerability, he might discuss a personal challenge he overcame. The key is to make these stories relatable. It's about building connections, not simply impressing her. Creating memorable moments. High-value men leave lasting impressions through well-placed compliments, playful teasing, or shared laughs. For instance, complimenting her with something like, "I love your passion for topic." It's rare to meet someone so enthusiastic is far more meaningful than focusing on physical appearance. Number 4. The power of absence. The power of absence is a psychological tool that high-value men use to create a dynamic of attraction and intrigue, which keeps the woman engaged and often thinking about them long after their time together. This is rooted in what psychologists refer to as the push-pull effect, a social dynamic where moments of closeness are balanced with intervals of distance. High-value men understand that, as with most things in life, too much of anything can lose its impact. By pulling back and giving a woman space after an engaging interaction, they allow her to reflect on her feelings and build anticipation for the next encounter. Picture this. After a fantastic conversation where both sides feel a connection, most men might feel compelled to stay in constant contact, thinking this will build a stronger bond. However, high-value men recognize that stepping back, not abruptly but thoughtfully, gives a woman the space to fully experience her emotions. Rather than bombarding her with texts or immediate follow-ups, they give her the chance to miss them. This is not about manipulation or game-playing, it's about fostering genuine interest by letting attraction develop naturally. The psychology here is straightforward. When we are constantly accessible, we lose a bit of our mystique, and, over time, the interaction may feel less thrilling. Studies in social psychology reveal that scarcity often increases perceived value. When high-value men limit their presence, they become a little more elusive, subtly prompting a woman to think, "I wonder what he's doing," or "I hope I see him again soon." This creates a sense of anticipation, drawing her in without him having to constantly reach out. Another effective approach they use is to leave an interaction on a high note. Ending an interaction when the mood is positive ensures she associates her final memory of him with good feelings. Imagine a man who says goodbye right when the laughter is at its peak, or after a shared story that leaves her smiling. She'll be left wanting more, naturally looking forward to seeing him again to continue the experience. It's similar to ending a great novel or movie at just the right point, leaving the audience wanting the next installment. This calculated use of absence is not about manipulation, it's about recognizing that attraction needs room to breathe. High-value men understand that if they're always present, the woman has less opportunity to reflect on her own feelings and miss him. By being thoughtful about when they communicate and when they give space, they allow the connection to grow more organically. This creates a dynamic that, paradoxically, brings her closer to him by letting her feel his absence. In the end, it's about knowing when to be present and when to let her feel the allure of mystery, a balance that keeps the connection intriguing and ever-evolving. Number 5. Re-engaging at the right time. Timing matters. High-value men are strategic about re-engagement after creating distance. Re-engagement, when done thoughtfully, is the art of knowing when and how to reconnect in a way that deepens the connection. High-value men are highly aware of timing and understand that reaching out too soon can feel intrusive, while waiting too long risks allowing the connection to fade. The key here is to re-engage in a way that demonstrates attentiveness and emotional awareness, creating a deeper layer to the relationship rather than a mere continuation of casual chat. Consider a scenario where a high-value man has recently shared a meaningful conversation with a woman. Rather than immediately following up or sending a quick "how's it going" text, he pauses, allowing her to process and anticipate the next interaction. By giving this space, he acknowledges her independence and doesn't overwhelm her with communication, which many find refreshing. But he doesn't let this distance stretch on indefinitely. He senses when she might be ready to reconnect, a skill that comes from emotional intuition and careful observation of her responses. When he does re-engage, he makes it meaningful. High-value men don't just fall back on small talk like, "How was your day?" or "What's new?" Instead, they show they were fully present in the previous conversation by referencing something specific she shared. For instance, if she mentioned a goal she's working on, he might say, "I've been thinking about what you said about your upcoming project. How's that going?" This lets her know he was genuinely interested and invested in her thoughts, which helps deepen the emotional bond. Psychologically, this type of follow-up creates a stronger connection because it shows that he values what she says and sees her as more than just someone to pass the time with. When she sees that he remembers details about her, it fosters a sense of being understood and appreciated. This level of attentiveness sets him apart, as many interactions today are superficial, with minimal attention to depth. Re-engaging at the right time and in the right way sends a powerful message. He's not only interested in her, but also invested in her story. By building on past conversations, he creates continuity, showing that their interactions are part of a growing connection rather than isolated exchanges. This approach cultivates a sense of closeness, making her feel valued and intriguing enough to be remembered and considered thoughtfully. High-value men understand that relationships thrive on meaningful interactions. Each re-engagement isn't about just checking in, but about nurturing a deeper bond. By knowing when to re-enter the conversation and how to do so in a way that builds on the past, they reinforce the connection in a way that is both engaging and emotionally rewarding. This thoughtful timing and intentional re-engagement ensure that each interaction feels purposeful, leaving her eager for more and solidifying his presence in her mind. Conclusion: communication is more than words. High-value men understand that true communication involves creating emotional depth, mystery, and anticipation. They speak in a way that leaves a lasting impact, creating a space for her to miss them. And when they reconnect, they do so thoughtfully, strengthening the bond each time. By mastering these techniques, you'll notice a shift in how women respond. You'll find that you no longer need to chase. Instead, women will be naturally drawn to you, captivated by the mystery, confidence, and emotional impact you convey. High-value men don't chase, they attract. How to become a high-value man? 3 things to do next. The foundation of a high-value man rests upon 12 core traits: purpose, confidence, resilience, self-awareness, discipline, emotional intelligence, social skills, leadership, financial stability, physical health, style, and continuous growth. These qualities aren't acquired overnight. They are cultivated through consistent effort and dedication. While understanding these traits is essential, the journey towards embodying them requires a structured approach. Here's a comprehensive guide to help you navigate this transformative process. 1. Embark on a journey of self-development. The cornerstone of becoming a high-value man lies in dedicated self-improvement. This involves actively and consistently working on cultivating the 12 core traits mentioned earlier. Regardless of your current stage in life, the journey begins where you stand. Identify areas needing improvement and start making small, incremental changes. This might involve enhancing your communication skills, cultivating greater emotional intelligence, or strengthening your financial acumen. The key is consistent progress, not immediate perfection. Resources like 31 Ways to Become a Better Man, Starting Today, offer practical steps and actionable advice to guide your self-development journey. Focus on building a strong foundation by addressing personal weaknesses and maximizing your strengths. This process is not a sprint, but a marathon, demanding patience, perseverance, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the small victories, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal. 2. Discover your life's purpose. While self-development is crucial, it needs direction. This is where discovering your purpose comes in. It's about identifying your core values, passions, and what truly motivates you. Asking yourself profound questions about your life's mission and how you want to contribute to the world is essential. This introspection provides direction and infuses your existence with deeper meaning. Without a clear purpose, you risk drifting aimlessly, lacking the motivation and drive to reach your full potential. Determining what you want to achieve, the difference you want to make, and the legacy you wish to leave behind provides a powerful compass guiding your decisions and actions. Resources and guidance are available to assist in this process of self-discovery. Embrace the journey of exploring your passions, values, and aspirations. This process of self-discovery is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable, leading to a life filled with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. 3. Cultivate your tribe and invest in your community. The image of the lone wolf might hold appeal, and indeed, periods of solitude and introspection can be valuable for personal growth. However, humans are inherently social creatures, and a truly high-value man recognizes the importance of connection, community, and contributing to something larger than himself. This involves embracing the role of a masculine leader within his social circles and community. It starts with building a strong network of high-value friends, individuals who share similar values and aspirations, who uplift and inspire you to become your best self. This network provides support, encouragement, and accountability. Beyond friendship, cultivating a loving and supportive romantic relationship is equally important. Finding a partner who complements your values and shares your vision for the future is a cornerstone of building a fulfilling life. This involves not just finding a partner, but nurturing the relationship through open communication, mutual respect, and shared experiences. Expanding your tribe to include family deepens your sense of belonging and provides a foundation for future generations. Finally, a high-value man looks beyond his immediate circle and finds ways to contribute to the greater good of his community. This might involve volunteering your time, mentoring others, or using your skills and talents to make a positive impact. This contribution doesn't necessarily require grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and service can create a ripple effect. This sense of social responsibility and contribution is not just about giving back. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness and the profound impact we can have on the lives of others. It's about leaving the world a better place than we found it. This requires responsibility and sacrifice, but true high-value men understand that giving back to humanity and contributing to a brighter future is an integral part of a meaningful life. They lead by example, inspiring others to do the same and creating a positive impact on the world around them. Conclusion: a lifelong journey of growth and fulfillment. Becoming a high-value man is not a destination, but a continuous journey of learning, growth, and evolution. It's a process of constant refinement, requiring patience, perseverance, and a commitment to excellence. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but the rewards are immeasurable. By embracing these 3 key steps, self-development, discovering your purpose, and building your tribe and community, you lay the foundation for a life rich in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. You will not only reap the personal benefits of increased confidence, resilience, and happiness, but also contribute to creating a better world for yourself and those around you. The journey may be long, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a high-value life. Stay committed to the process, never give up on your growth, and strive for excellence in all your endeavors. The journey itself becomes the reward, leading to a life of purpose, impact, and enduring fulfillment. Dark psychology: tricks to make any woman love you. Have you ever wondered why some women treat certain men like trash while desperately chasing after others? If you think the answer is only about money or physical appearance, you're mistaken. In reality, there are plenty of handsome guys who can't get a single date and many wealthy men who are just used by women for their money. So, what's the real secret? Today, we're diving into the world of the dark psychology tricks that can make any woman fall deeply in love with you. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that can transform your approach and make you irresistibly attractive? Strap in and prepare to learn how to wield these powerful techniques responsibly and effectively. First, be bold. Boldness is not just a trait but a decisive action, especially when it comes to approaching a woman. By stepping up and taking the initiative, you instantly score points because boldness separates the high-value men from the crowd. Remember, passivity might seem less risky, but it's the bold who capture attention and admiration. Consider this. High-value individuals actively pursue what they want in life. They don't sit back and hope for the best. They seize the moment because fortune, as they say, favors the brave. In the realm of dark psychology, boldness is the ultimate chess move. It plays into the classic allure of the confident individual, turning heads and sparking curiosity. Why? Because boldness cuts through the mundane and says, "I'm worth your time." It's about being the James Bond in a sea of average Joes, cool, collected, and irresistibly confident. Being bold means facing the risks head-on, not shying away from them. Whether it's approaching a woman, expressing your feelings, or standing up for her, bold actions show confidence and determination. Imagine a scenario where you and another man are interested in the same woman. Your hesitation could mean handing her over to him, because while you're contemplating, he might be acting. Pursuing someone is indeed like a battle. The moment you stop fighting for what you want, others are ready to step in and take your place. Women appreciate men who are not only bold in their romantic pursuits, but also proactive in their roles as protectors and providers. Being bold sets a tone for your future interactions. It establishes you as someone who is not only proactive, but also protective and caring. Think of it as the difference between saying, "I might," and "I will." One whispers uncertainty, the other shouts assurance. Which do you think is more appealing? Moreover, being bold is about more than just initial encounters. It extends to taking charge in situations that require protection and care, demonstrating that your boldness is not just for show, but a fundamental part of your character. So, step forward and be bold. It's better to face potential rejection and learn from it than to live with the regret of never having tried. If you take the initiative, you have at least a 50% chance of success, but if you don't try, your chances are 0%. Every failure is a lesson, but missed opportunities are lost forever. Embrace the challenges, and remember, your boldness today could lead to success tomorrow. After all, in the game of love, fortune doesn't just favor the brave, it follows them. Second, attention. Women, known for their perceptiveness, can quickly sense when they are truly being listened to and when they are merely in the presence of someone physically. If you find yourself on a date, the value of giving your undivided attention cannot be overstated. Imagine the scenario. You are out with her, but instead of engaging in the conversation, your eyes are fixed on your phone, or you're distracted by everything else around you. In such moments, despite your physical presence, your attention, or the lack of it, speaks volumes, and unfortunately, you're silently losing points with her. Consider this. If she has agreed to spend time with you, it means you have sparked her interest. She has chosen to give you a chance to know her better and vice versa. However, treating this opportunity nonchalantly by not paying attention to her can be a grave mistake. Such behavior might leave her feeling undervalued and puzzled about your intentions. Remember, in a world where many men might vie for her attention, being the one who genuinely focuses on her can make you stand out. It's not just about being physically present, it's about being mentally and emotionally engaged as well. Notice the details. Is she enjoying her drink? Does the setting seem to suit her mood? Is she comfortable? These observations can guide your interactions and show that you care about her experience and comfort. Attentiveness also involves recognizing and responding to her verbal and nonverbal cues, which are essential for building emotional connectivity. Every gesture of genuine attention helps in deepening the bond and elevating your desirability in her eyes. It's true, Sometimes playing a bit aloof might seem like a good strategy to attract women who are intrigued by a mysterious persona. However, this approach can be a double-edged sword. While a slight detachment can pique her curiosity, overplaying this tactic can backfire dramatically. If your demeanor strays too far into indifference, it could signal to her that you are not serious about your intentions, leading her to disconnect and move away from your advances. Therefore, while it's important to maintain a balance, the safest and most effective bet in winning her affection is through showing genuine and attentive interest. Don't underestimate the power of being present. It's a profound gesture of respect and admiration. Women, like all people, deeply appreciate when someone makes them feel like they are the priority. So, next time you're with her, put the phone away, tune into the conversation, and let your undivided attention communicate what words cannot. After all, everyone wants to feel special, and giving someone your full attention is a simple yet powerful way to make them feel just that. Third, subtlety. In the realm of attraction and romantic gestures, subtlety can often speak louder than the most grandiose declarations of affection. It's an art form in itself, knowing how to make someone feel cared for without overt or showy actions. Most women, regardless of the myriad standards they might set for a potential partner, are likely to be drawn towards a man who embodies subtlety and attentiveness in his approach. Subtlety in this context means anticipating her needs and desires without being asked to do so. It's the quiet observance that leads you to offer your jacket when she's cold, or choosing to walk on the outer side of the sidewalk to protect her from traffic. It's about noticing the small things, what makes her smile, what kind of coffee she prefers, or even if she's more comfortable in a quieter corner of a cafe rather than the bustling centre. These actions might seem minor, but they are profound in their impact. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This mindset of mindfulness and consideration in the little things can significantly enrich a relationship. The truth is, women, and indeed most people, appreciate being cared for and noticed. It makes them feel valued and important. When you pay attention to every little detail about her, not only are you demonstrating your interest and affection, but you're also showing that you value her happiness and comfort as much as your own. This doesn't require grand gestures. It's about being present and responsive in everyday moments. This subtle approach to romance and care doesn't go unnoticed. It builds a deep emotional connection, as it shows that your attentiveness isn't just superficial. Rather, it's woven into the very fabric of how you interact with her, signaling that you're in tune with her feelings and needs. Such subtlety in showing affection and care can often lead to a stronger, more resilient bond. Moreover, this sensitivity and mindfulness tend to make a man more appealing, because it suggests a depth of character and emotional intelligence that goes beyond mere surface-level interactions. It shows that you're not merely with her, you're truly with her, mindful, present, and connected. So remember, in the landscape of relationships, sometimes the quietest actions can indeed be the most impactful. Pay attention, be subtle, and let your genuine care for her be the foundation of how you express your affection. Fourth, fearless. Attractiveness isn't just about appearance, it's equally about the spirit one embodies. A fearless spirit, in particular, is an incredibly compelling attribute that can significantly heighten a man's allure in the eyes of women. Fearlessness in this context transcends the conventional bravado of heroic acts or daring feats. It's about embodying courage in everyday interactions and decisions. Being fearless means having the courage to be yourself, to express your thoughts, feelings, and desires openly and honestly. It involves dismissing the crippling thoughts of potential rejection like, "I'm afraid she won't like that," or "I'm afraid I'll fail." It's about understanding that fear of rejection or failure is a natural part of life, but allowing it to dictate your actions only leads to missed opportunities and regrets. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This philosophy should be at the core of your approach to dating and relationships. If you don't try, how will you ever know if something could have been a great idea? Embracing a fearless mindset involves recognizing your self-worth and being confident in your ability to be attractive to others. It means seeing women not as unattainable ideals, but as equals, deserving of respect and genuine interaction. This perspective shifts how you approach dating and relationships from a game of conquest to one of mutual respect and admiration. High-value men who embody this fearless attitude understand that their worth isn't diminished by someone else's inability to see it. Their confidence allows them to remain calm and relaxed in social situations, including those involving women they are attracted to. This calmness is inherently appealing because it signifies control and assurance, traits that are often linked with leadership and stability. Moreover, a fearless man is likely to take initiative, communicate openly, and step out of his comfort zone to try new things. These behaviors show a willingness to lead, to be vulnerable, and to make decisions, qualities that can foster a deep connection and attract respect and admiration from women. In conclusion, fearlessness isn't about the absence of fear, but the mastery over it. It's about being proactive, taking responsibility for your actions, and engaging in life with vigor and assurance. By cultivating a fearless approach to life and love, you not only increase your attractiveness, but also set the stage for more genuine and fulfilling relationships. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your desires is often just the courage to try. Fifth, stop rewarding bad behavior. In the dynamic world of relationships, understanding when to step back is as crucial as knowing when to step forward. One of the subtle yet powerful ways a man can maintain his dignity and appeal is by not rewarding bad behavior. This means not encouraging or supporting actions that lead to arguments or conflicts. Often, the impulse might be to engage in arguments with the hope of resolving issues or proving a point. However, in relationships, especially with women, trying to win an argument can sometimes mean losing much more, potentially even the relationship itself. High-value men recognize the importance of choosing their battles wisely. They understand that not every disagreement demands a confrontation, and that trivial conflicts are distractions that chip away at the relationship's foundation. If you find yourself repeatedly caught in unreasonable arguments, it's a significant sign of disrespect and a lack of appreciation from the other party. Engaging in these conflicts can often escalate into a cycle of negativity that does little to foster a healthy relationship. When faced with such behavior, it's advisable to maintain your composure and set clear boundaries. By limiting the usual attention and care you provide in response to negative actions, you communicate a powerful message. Disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated and will have consequences. This approach is not about being punitive, but about respecting yourself and insisting on a mutual respect in any relationship. In these moments, avoid becoming overly emotional or reacting too strongly. An overreaction can often be perceived as a sign of weakness, and as Epictetus wisely pointed out, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. Women, and indeed all individuals, are generally not attracted to perceived weakness, especially if it manifests through loss of control over one's emotions. Therefore, demonstrating the ability to stay calm, composed, and decisive in dealing with unreasonable behavior not only preserves your self-respect, but also increases your attractiveness. It shows that you are someone who cannot be easily manipulated or provoked. This strength of character is a significant draw, as it assures a potential partner of your capacity to handle bigger challenges and conflicts that may arise in life. By stopping the reward of bad behavior, you reinforce your standards and expectations in a relationship. You signal that while you are committed and caring, your respect and affection are not unconditional. They must be reciprocated with respect and reasonable behavior. This balance of give and take is essential for any healthy, mature relationship. Sixth, don't change your plan for her. There's a common misconception that to win a woman's heart, a man must always be at her beck and call, ready to drop everything at a moment's notice. This approach, however, often backfires, leading to a decrease in perceived value rather than the intended increase. The truth is, constantly being available can make you seem overly eager and undiscriminating, qualities that can diminish your attractiveness. High-value men recognize the importance of maintaining their plans and commitments. They understand that true respect and attraction arise from mutual appreciation and effort, not from one-sided availability. If you're always ready to alter your plans for her, it might initially seem like a grand gesture of affection, but it subtly communicates that you do not value your own time or commitments. This behavior can lead her to wonder if she might one day be on the receiving end of such fickleness. Furthermore, constantly changing your plans can convey a lack of personal priorities and a life that revolves solely around romantic pursuits. This perception can make you appear less intriguing and dynamic. Instead, men who manage their time effectively, balancing work, hobbies, friendships, and personal goals, naturally exude confidence and self-respect. These are traits that are universally attractive and respected. Rather than always being available, it is more beneficial to convey that your time is valuable. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm free whenever you want," a more attractive approach would be, "I'm quite busy, but I'll try to find time to meet you." This response not only heightens your appeal, but also sets a healthy boundary that communicates your worth. It shows that while you are interested, you are not willing to compromise your other responsibilities and commitments, a sign of a well-rounded and disciplined individual. Remember, the most attractive quality is not mere presence, but the presence of purpose. When she realizes that your time is valuable and not easily surrendered, she will likely increase her respect and effort towards you. It's crucial to remember that time is a finite resource, and how you use it can define how you are perceived. Don't make yourself so readily available. Instead, make it clear that if she wants to be a part of your life, she needs to respect your time. After all, as Seneca wisely advised, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Living in accordance with this wisdom not only enhances how you are viewed by others, but also how you value yourself. 7th, prioritize but don't spoil. In the landscape of relationships, finding the balance between making your partner feel cherished and avoiding overindulgence is crucial. Prioritizing your woman, ensuring she feels valued and important, is essential. However, elevating her needs does not mean you should spoil her or acquiesce to every demand. True respect and a healthy relationship come from balance, not blind compliance. Prioritizing means giving her the attention and respect she deserves, recognizing her importance in your life, and making decisions that reflect both your values and hers. It's about showing that you care deeply for her happiness and well-being. However, it's equally important to maintain your own perspective and stand firm when necessary. Agreeing with everything she says or wants, without consideration for your own beliefs or the situation's reality, can lead to a dynamic where respect diminishes over time. Saying no is a natural and healthy part of any relationship. It is unrealistic and unfeasible to agree on everything all the time. By judiciously choosing when to agree and when to express a differing opinion, you demonstrate that you are not just a yes man but someone who thinks critically and values fairness and integrity in a relationship. This approach not only fosters respect, but also builds a foundation of trust. Your partner will know that when you say yes, it's genuine, and when you say no, it's with good reason. Moreover, relationships built on mutual understanding and respect are more likely to endure. When both partners appreciate that their views are considered and valued, it creates a healthier, more sustainable bond. It's important to remember that spoiling someone, often done with the best intentions, can inadvertently create expectations that are detached from reality, potentially fostering dependency and resentment. Thus, strive to create a relationship dynamic where both individuals feel equally important, where decisions are made together, and where each person respects the other's boundaries and opinions. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This quote embodies the essence of prioritizing with care and love, without losing oneself in the process. Remember, a strong relationship is not about having power over each other, but about moving forward together, with equal respect for each other's individuality and needs. 8th, busy with the power of purpose. A high-value man is not just defined by what he refuses, but significantly by what he pursues. He is a man with grand goals and a determination that fuels his every action. Such a man is deeply focused and driven, dedicating himself to meaningful pursuits rather than frivolous flirtations or superficial relationships. He invests his energy in building a substantial and commendable life, not because he seeks approval, but because he holds himself to a high standard. He doesn't passively wait for opportunities, he actively creates them. A high-value man is proactive and efficient. He stands out because his life is a testament to his values and ambitions. His days are spent engaging in activities that enhance not only his career prospects but also his personal growth. Whether it's finding a fulfilling job, maintaining a rigorous fitness routine, or nurturing his mental and emotional health, he understands that these elements are crucial to crafting a life of significance. Visualize this metaphor. In the romantic realm, conquering a woman's heart is akin to a battle, and just as in any battle, you need the right arsenal. Your strength, symbolized here as your weapon of charm, is complemented by a rich, purpose-driven life, a healthy physique, and an appealing presence. These attributes are not just accessories, but essential tools that enhance your intrinsic value and appeal. Our channel continuously offers strategies and insights into enhancing your attractiveness and appeal. These resources are here to serve as your guide in refining your arsenal, helping you to not only look better on the outside but also become stronger and more fulfilled on the inside. Feel free to explore and draw inspiration from our content. Remember, the journey to becoming a high-value man is continuous, and every step you take in developing yourself adds to your allure and magnetism. It's not merely about attracting others, but about becoming a man who commands respect and admiration through his actions and presence. Be the man who is as ambitious about his personal development as he is about any other goal. After all, as Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Let your wealth be measured not by the transient possessions you accumulate, but by the depth of purpose that drives your every day. 9th, independence. Independence is not just a lifestyle, it's a powerful trait that defines a man's character, especially in the context of relationships. It's a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which advocates for a life of self-sufficiency and personal accountability. But why is independence so crucial in a relationship? In the relationship dynamic, independence doesn't imply going through life alone or not needing anyone. Rather, it signifies that each individual has their own life, dreams, and the dedication to pursue those dreams. A truly strong relationship isn't about constant togetherness, incessant indulgence in each other's preferences, or morphing oneself to fit into the other's mold. It's about mutual acceptance and support, where both partners can say, "I respect and love you even though we may cherish different things." High-value men exemplify this independence. They aren't afraid of solitude. They embrace it as a precious opportunity for introspection and personal growth. These men recognize that their self-worth is not contingent upon their relationship status. They don't seek validation through a partner, but find it within themselves. This complete sense of self cultivates a profound confidence that is incredibly attractive. Such men understand the distinction between wanting and needing a partner. While they value and enjoy companionship, they seek a partner who complements their life rather than completes it. This perspective is vital because it prevents dependency, which can often lead to resentment and a loss of identity within relationships. Women are generally attracted to men who show they have their own lives and ambitions. They respect a partner who does not try to control them, but rather encourages their independence. This kind of relationship dynamic promises a healthier, more sustainable connection where both individuals can grow, both as a couple and independently. In essence, independence in a relationship means supporting each other's individuality while building a shared life. It's about knowing that you are whole by yourself, and anything your partner adds is a bonus, not a necessity. This independence is not just attractive, it's crucial for the longevity and health of any relationship. By fostering such independence, both partners can ensure that their future together is as fulfilling and robust as their individual pursuits. 10th, directness and precision. Directness and precision in communication are not merely beneficial traits, they are essential for anyone striving to be perceived as confident and trustworthy. In the context of dating and relationships, honesty and straightforwardness are qualities that are highly prized. Women, in particular, appreciate a man who communicates openly and clearly. This preference isn't exclusive to romantic interests. Clear communication is a universally valued attribute across all types of interactions. High-value men recognize the significance of being forthright in their communications with women. They steer clear of ambiguity and ensure their intentions are clear, avoiding the common pitfall of being relegated to the just friends category. This directness extends to all forms of communication, including digital interactions. For instance, overusing emojis or indulging in overly flowery language can often obscure true intentions and emotions, making texts seem insincere or frivolous. Moreover, women tend to be put off by men who beat around the bush. Talking in circles or failing to get to the point not only shows a lack of decisiveness, but can also be a major turn-off. It suggests a hesitation to take a stand or a lack of confidence in one's thoughts and feelings. This can lead to frustration and a lack of respect, as indirectness can be perceived as a lack of honesty or even manipulation. Being yourself is vital, but it's equally important to project confidence through your communication. A high-value man knows the power of being concise and precise. He understands that his words carry weight and that effective communication is about quality, not quantity. In practice, this means focusing conversations on meaningful topics and avoiding trivial chatter. Leave idle banter to those who lack depth. Always remember, it's better to face rejection and move on than to waste time struggling with a woman who doesn't value you. When a woman tries to play games with a high-value man, she will either be ignored or ghosted. This sends a clear message that she needs to be on her best behavior around him and signals that he can replace her if necessary. How to use psychological tricks to make your woman come back. Ever watched her leave, feeling heartbroken? Imagine reversing that, drawing her back. Forget dramatic displays or hollow vows. This involves skillfully reigniting the romance. We'll delve into attraction psychology, revealing secrets that connect with her emotionally and intellectually. We'll explore effective tactics surpassing superficial charm, utilizing profound emotional and mental cues. Whether reviving a fading ember or building a lasting fire, this guide helps you become undeniably appealing. Prepare to revolutionize your approach to romance. Number 1. Giving her space. I get it, it's pretty risky. Will she ever come back if you do this? And the answer is probably. Girls hate space. Honestly, I put my hand up for this. She will say things like, "Just go away, I need some space," and she would then be mortified when the guy actually does that. Navigating the delicate balance of giving her space can feel like walking a tightrope. On one side, there's the fear that distance might lead to a permanent split. On the other, there's the understanding that space can actually strengthen a relationship, making the heart grow fonder. Firstly, it's crucial to understand the psychological principle behind space in relationships. When you give someone space, you're not stepping away. You're actually fostering an environment where independence and personal growth can flourish. For many, especially after expressing a need for space, the initial reaction to actual solitude can be discomfort. This reaction is rooted in our basic human need for connection. Even when someone explicitly asks for space, it doesn't necessarily mean they want complete disconnection. This is where the subtlety of giving space comes into play. It's about being emotionally available without being physically overbearing. You're present in a way that respects her boundaries yet reassures her of your commitment. Moreover, giving space can dramatically enhance the quality of interactions when you do come back together. It's like pressing the refresh button on a sluggish computer. Suddenly, everything runs smoother and faster. When both partners have had the time to miss each other, they tend to focus more on the positives, making conversations more engaging and interactions more appreciated. When you do give space, do it with confidence. Don't play it as a game of emotional chess, waiting for her to make a move out of desperation. Instead, see it as an act of emotional generosity. You're giving her something she asked for, trusting that the space you provide will be the breathing room your relationship needs to continue growing. In practice, if she's a bit distant, resist the urge to fill every silence or bridge every gap. Allow her to initiate contact. This shows respect for her pace and her needs. It can be tempting to jump back in at the first sign of her missing you, but patience here is key. Let the reunion be something that she walks into willingly, not something she feels coaxed or cornered into. Giving space, when done right, is not about creating distance, but about cultivating a mature, healthy dynamic where both partners feel they can breathe, grow, and still choose each other. Remember, true connection isn't about being inseparable, it's about being separated, and nothing changes. Number 2. Evoking jealousy. One of the most potent psychological triggers in relationships is jealousy. It's a complex emotion that can drive people to reconsider their decisions and actions concerning their romantic interests. In the strategic realm of rekindling a lost relationship, evoking jealousy can be a pivotal move. It's about subtly reminding your ex of your value and what they're missing, which can spark a desire to come back. The psychology behind jealousy is deeply rooted in possessiveness and the fear of loss. When a woman sees a man she once had deep feelings for, now garnering attention from others or seemingly happy in the company of someone new, it can trigger a sense of jealousy. This isn't just about making her feel envious for the sake of it, but about highlighting your desirability and worth. It's a reminder that you are a catch and that her decision to leave might have been premature. To effectively stimulate jealousy, you need to be tactical. It's not about flaunting new relationships explicitly, but rather about creating an aura of success and contentment around yourself. For instance, when she sees or hears about you being out and having fun, looking good, or advancing in your career, it naturally makes her question whether she walked away from a good thing. Moreover, if she reaches out to you, showing a controlled aloofness can heighten her interest. For example, if she wants to meet, instead of jumping at the opportunity, you could respond with, "I have plans with friends that day, but I'll try to make it if I can." This response is not a direct rejection, but shows that you are not overly eager or available. You're living a fulfilling life, which in turn makes the time she does spend with you seem more valuable. However, it's crucial to handle this strategy with care. The goal is to evoke just enough jealousy to make her reconsider her decision without pushing her further away by making her feel replaced or undervalued. Remember, the underlying aim is to reignite an interest and pave the way for reconciliation, not to foster bitterness or resentment. In conclusion, evoking jealousy is a delicate but effective strategy when trying to get a woman to come back. It leverages a basic human emotion to remind her of your worth and the good times you shared, potentially leading her to question her decision to leave. Used wisely, it can be a powerful catalyst in rekindling a relationship, but always remember that the best outcomes are those that come from genuine connections and mutual respect. Number 3. Psychological resistance. Using reverse psychology to rekindle interest is a nuanced technique that hinges on human nature's fundamental desire for autonomy and decision-making. When applied thoughtfully in relationships, this method can provoke a reconsideration of one's feelings and choices, particularly in the complex dance of romantic reconnections. This strategy involves suggesting to your ex that perhaps you weren't the best match for her, thereby indirectly stating that she could do better. For example, by remarking, "I was never really the right person for you. Go find someone who truly excites and cares for you." You subtly challenge her current perception and decision-making regarding the relationship. This approach can ignite a need within her to prove her autonomy and perhaps contradict your assertion by showing that choosing to be with you is indeed what she wants. The effectiveness of this strategy lies in its ability to tap into the human psyche's contrarian impulse, similar to telling a child, "No, you don't want vanilla ice cream, it doesn't taste good. You should try the chocolate instead." Often, the immediate response is a desire to challenge the directive and assert one's own choice, even if vanilla was not initially the preference. This form of reverse psychology is a classic tactic that can lead to several outcomes. Firstly, it can make your ex reflect on the qualities of the relationship and your compatibility more deeply, potentially seeing things in a new light. Secondly, it can induce a psychological reaction to reclaim the perceived loss of control over her decisions, especially if she feels challenged by your suggestion that she could do better. However, it is crucial to approach this method with caution and respect. The goal is to encourage reflection and reconsideration, not to manipulate or coerce. When handled improperly, it can lead to resentment or a strengthening of her resolve to move on. Therefore, while this technique can be effective, it should be used sparingly and always with the underlying intention of fostering genuine dialogue and understanding. Ultimately, implying that she can do better should be about helping her see the value in your relationship through her own reassessment, not about playing games. It's about sparking a thought process that leads her to independently conclude that the relationship might indeed be worth another shot. The key is to maintain sincerity and integrity, ensuring that any moves towards reconciliation are built on a foundation of mutual respect and genuine affection. Number 4. Fear of loss. Imagine if Cinderella decided not to drop her glass slipper. Would Prince Charming ever have realized what he was missing? Like a well-played chess move, showing that life without her is not only bearable but flourishing, can be a checkmate in the game of love. By demonstrating that you're the main character in your life story, thriving and admired by others, you invoke a powerful realization. She might just lose someone truly exceptional. Let's paint a picture. You're out there, living your best life. You're at charity events. You're the toast of your social circle. Your career is on an upswing, all eyes on you. Your social media, a gallery of adventures and achievements. Here's the kicker. You're not just showing off. You're genuinely building a life that anyone, including her, would regret not being part of. You've become the lead actor in a blockbuster life that everyone wants a ticket to. It's not about making her green with envy, but about turning the spotlight on how valuable and desirable you are. It's showing, not telling. Think of it as being the guy who's got VIP passes to every exclusive event. Suddenly everyone's interested, right? Your aim is to weave a narrative so compelling that she starts to question her exit strategy. Did she leave too soon? What incredible episodes will she miss out on? To master this, you don't need to be James Bond, but you do need to channel some of his charisma and mystery. Be the man who's booked and busy, whose time is a precious commodity. When she calls and you say, "I'd love to catch up, but I've got this incredible event I can't miss," you're subtly hinting that your world is vibrant, full of opportunities and, importantly, other admirers. But here's the twist. You must keep it classy and respectful. This isn't about playing games or emotional manipulation. It's about letting her see the natural consequences of her decision through the lens of your fulfilled life. It's about being so good they can't ignore you. In essence, let your life do the talking. Be so good, so involved, so irreplaceably vibrant that the fear of loss becomes not just a whisper, but a roar in her mind. Remember, people cherish tickets to a sold-out show. Make sure she sees that life with you is just that, a show not to be missed. Number 5. Rekindling past connections. Ever wonder if your romantic sequel could be as heartwarming as the comeback of vinyl records? It's time to dust off those old records and play the soundtrack of your shared past, tuning into the hits, not the misses of your relationship. Bringing up those golden memories might just be the ticket to a successful encore. Picture this. You two laughing until your sides hurt under the starlit sky of your first camping trip, or the time you both tried, and spectacularly failed, to bake a soufflé. These aren't just memories, they're the private jokes of your relationship. Mentioning these moments acts like your greatest hits album, reminding her of the unique melodies you created together. It's about hitting the play button on those laugh-out-loud moments and feeling the warmth of familiar tunes. Now don't just skim through the playlist, dive deep into those blockbuster adventures and epic laugh fests. Talk about that spontaneous road trip where you discovered a town out of a storybook, or those challenge-accepted moments when you both ran your first 5 km. These stories are your crowd pleasers, showing her that the best parts of your show are worth a rerun. People appreciate growth and maturity. Show her that the time apart has made you a better, more insightful person. Perhaps you've picked up new skills, developed new hobbies, or simply grown more emotionally mature. Letting her know that you've evolved demonstrates your awareness of past issues and your commitment to personal improvement. This reassurance can be crucial for her willingness to reconsider things, as it alleviates fears of falling back into old patterns. None of the above strategies will be effective without sincerity. Your attempts to reconnect must come from a place of genuine interest and care, not just a desire to win her back for the sake of it. Communicate openly about your feelings, regrets, and hopes for the future. Sincerity in your words and actions will convey that your interest in rekindling the relationship is honest and deep. Number 6. Be friends with her friends. Girls often seek the opinions of their friends and family when it comes to relationships. It's commonly said that if you can win over her friends and family, you're already 50% of the way to earning her approval. If a girl is being slightly distant from you, becoming friends with her friends can bring her closer. She will love that you are making an effort, and it will also make her interested in you. Imagine stepping into a party where everyone's a familiar face to her but new to you. Instead of sticking to her side like a postage stamp, venture out. Engage her friends in a light, humorous conversation. Think of yourself as the friendly new neighbor everyone is curious about. It's about making connections that could form a fan club, not just for her, but for Team You plus her. It's these little interactions that show her friends the cool guy she's always talking about. And remember, puns can be your best friend here. Nothing breaks the ice like a little well-done humor at a barbecue. Let's clear this up. Being in the friend zone isn't always a bad thing, especially when it's her friends we're talking about. Show that you value their opinions and enjoy their company. It's like getting good reviews on Yelp, it builds your credibility. But here's the kicker, keep it classy. You're aiming to be the guest star everyone loves, not the main character in a soap opera. The truth is, when you're not around, her friends are probably going to talk about you. Make sure what they're saying could make headlines for all the right reasons. Be the guy they root for in her love story, the hero who deserves a sequel, not a cliffhanger. When the two of you have an argument, reaching out to her closest friends and family can be a very effective method. You can find out how she's doing, whether she's still angry or has calmed down, and assess the likelihood of a successful reconciliation if you approach her again. Her friends might even serve as a bridge to help mend your relationship. So, after you've schmoozed and charmed, when she comes back with those drinks, you might find her slipping her hand in yours a little more firmly, staking her claim. It's her way of saying, yep, he's with me. And while she knows her friends wouldn't dream of stealing you away, it's that instinctual, playful protectiveness that says you've done something right. In conclusion, integrating into her social network isn't just playing it smart, it's playing it right. It strengthens bonds, creates shared experiences, and hey, who doesn't want a partner who can be the life of the party and the soulmate? So next time you're mingling with her friends, remember, you're not just building bridges, you're launching a full-scale charm offensive. Number 7. Be unpredictable. If you're pondering how to spark a reconnection with your ex, embracing the art of unpredictability might just be your secret weapon. Picture this. Your relationship as a favorite book that she thinks she knows by heart. Now imagine introducing an unexpected chapter that captivates her anew, making her question what she thought she knew and eager to read more. Say goodbye to the old routines that might have painted your past relationship in a predictable hue. Instead of replaying the greatest hits, why not surprise her with something completely different? For instance, if your dates had become as predictable as Tuesday tacos, shake things up. Invite her to a midnight market, an impromptu dance class, or a spontaneous road trip to a mysterious destination. These fresh experiences disrupt the mundane narrative and show her a new side of you that she hasn't yet discovered. Unpredictability isn't just about what you do, but also how you engage. If she's used to certain reactions from you during discussions, change the script. Approach sensitive topics with a new level of depth or understanding, or bring up subjects you've never discussed before. This shows her that you're not only different, but that you've grown. It's like showing her a preview of a new season in what she might have thought was a concluded series. While you're reaching out and re-engaging with her, keep a bit of mystique about your own life. Let her know you're pursuing new interests or have picked up new hobbies since your split. This not only makes you more appealing, but also subtly hints that there's much about your new life she has yet to discover. It's intriguing and invites her to want to be part of your evolving story. Even as you seek to win her back, balancing how often you reach out is key. Too much contact can seem desperate, but sprinkling your interactions with unexpected messages or calls can spark curiosity and anticipation. Let her wonder when she'll hear from you next and make each interaction count by being engaging, upbeat, and interesting. By strategically using unpredictability, you transform from a known entity into a thrilling mystery she is compelled to solve. It's about reminding her that the story of us has more twists and turns, potentially leading to a new and exciting plotline together. Just like a book she can't put down, becoming an engaging, evolving presence in her life can reignite her interest and maybe, just maybe, turn the page back to a chapter where you both star. Interesting, isn't it? What impressed you the most from the points mentioned? But don't switch channels just yet, because we still have something that will amaze you. We'll keep surprising you right up until the very last moments of this video. Number 8. Direct approach. When the goal is to rekindle a past flame, sometimes the most effective strategy is the direct approach. No frills, no detours, just heartfelt, straightforward communication. It's about reaching out with sincerity and a clear intent, much like pressing the reset button with awareness and maturity. Don't hide behind vague texts or social media interactions. Instead, pick up the phone or send a personal message. Start with something simple and sincere. You might say, "I've been thinking about our time together and would love to catch up. Are you open to that?" This directness shows confidence and respect for both her and the relationship you once shared. It's crucial to confront the elephant in the room, the reasons behind your breakup. By addressing these issues openly, you show that you're not only aware of what went wrong, but are also taking responsibility where needed. This could be as straightforward as saying, "I've had time to think about how things ended between us, and I realize where I could have been better. I'm sorry for the pain caused." This kind of honesty can set a solid foundation for whatever comes next. Let's plan a meetup. Suggest a neutral yet meaningful setting for your meetup. Maybe it's the coffee shop where you had your first date, or a park where you spent many lazy Sunday afternoons. Returning to these places can help strip away the layers of the time spent apart, bringing you back to where it all felt right. Say, "How about we meet there? It always had a special vibe for us." Clarity is king, and let her know why you're reaching out. Whether it's for closure, reconciliation, or simply to apologize and clear the air, being upfront can prevent misunderstandings. You could frame it like, "I want to meet because I value what we had and think we could at least be great friends, if not more. I just wanted to be honest about my feelings." When you do meet, focus on listening more than speaking. This shows that you're not just there to express your feelings, but are also interested in hers. Active listening can demonstrate your growth and readiness to engage with her genuinely, not just relive the past. Finally, be ready to accept her response, whatever it may be. Respect her boundaries. If she isn't interested in rekindling anything, respect her decision and thank her for her honesty. Expressing, "I appreciate you meeting me and sharing how you feel, and I'll respect your wishes," underlines your maturity and respect for her autonomy. Using the direct approach in rekindling a past connection shows maturity, respect, and a genuine desire for resolution or renewal. It strips away the games and uncertainties, focusing instead on building a bridge, whether to cross back to each other or to move on with mutual respect. Number 9. Persistence that wins her over. Winning back a heart isn't about grand gestures performed once in a blue moon. It's about the slow, steady warmth of a sunrise, consistent and gentle. If you're aiming to soften her heart and rekindle what once was, consider persistence not as mere repetition, but as a demonstration of sincere commitment. Consistency is your secret weapon. Like a gardener tending to a favorite plant, regularly check in on her, send thoughtful messages, and express genuine interest in her well-being. This isn't about smothering her with attention, but showing that your care isn't seasonal, it's perennial. Over time, these consistent actions can turn frosty memories into warm thoughts of what might be again. Never underestimate the power of a small, thoughtful gesture. Whether it's a handwritten note slipped into her favorite book you return, or a playlist of songs that soundtrack your happiest days together, these tokens of affection are like soft whispers from the past, reminding her of joyful moments shared. Patience is key. Patience is not simply waiting, it's maintaining grace in the pause. Understand that rekindling feelings and repairing trust takes time. Display patience not just through words, but through actions. Let her see that you're not in a rush, that your interest in her isn't tied to timelines or expectations. Actions speak louder than promises. Let her see the ways you've grown since you were last together. Maybe you've tackled old bad habits, or developed new positive ones. This visible change can be incredibly persuasive, showing her that your journey apart has prepared you for a better journey together. Support her when she's facing challenges, without any expectations of reciprocation. Being a reliable presence during tough times can demonstrate your commitment and care beyond romantic interests. While persistence is key, respecting her space is crucial. This shows that your attention is not about possession, but about genuine connection. Find that delicate balance between being present in her life and giving her the room to breathe and miss you. If past mistakes are part of the landscape, address them with genuine apologies. Acknowledge what went wrong and express your regret in a way that feels meaningful. Apologies can bridge divides, mend old wounds, and show maturity. Occasionally suggest doing something that you both loved in the past, whether it's visiting that quaint coffee shop downtown or taking a hike where you once watched a meteor shower. Revisiting these happy places can reignite old sparks. Through these persistent yet respectful efforts, you can gently remind her of the deep connections you once shared. Each step, taken with intention and care, can help weave a new tapestry from old threads, possibly leading to a renewed relationship built on a deeper, more mature foundation. If you found today's content enlightening and intriguing, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us bring more such insightful content your way. Have thoughts or experiences to share? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you and learning about how our strategies are working in your life. Share this video with friends who might benefit from these insights. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more powerful tips and tricks that can transform your relationships and personal effectiveness.